welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit more treehouse up in this piece in the form of their Emperor Creamsicle. I don't know why I said it that way, because I'm weird. Yeah, treehouse, courtesy of my boy George. What do we have on the side here? We have the Emperor has returned with a delightful blend of orange and whole vanilla bean flavors. Not offers, flavors. This beer has been refined to become one of the best hop-saturated contenders. It boasts bold flavors of juicy mango and orange starburst and candied grapefruit, showcasing the perfect balance between potent hop character and a smooth drinking experience. At its peak of freshness, we blended this base onto little buckets of vanilla beans, and Emperor Creamsicle was born. On top of its classic hoppy treehouse character, we taste orange creamsicle and sweet orange vanilla bean syrup. This beer is hoppy and spending time an ode to spending time with friends and loved ones. Enjoy 8.8%. Beer is beer. I'm sure I'm gonna love it, but it's just like the vanilla beanified and pastry. Wow, that's dark. Yeah, it's just the milkshake stuff is funny. That looks weird, right? Can I should point my camera down a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. That just looks weird. Golden black. Got a little like Burger King looking creamsicle guy on the front there. Don't know if you can check that out, so we can get down with that. But man, that is dark. Like, what this looks like to me is like that. Like, if I hold it up here, you're like, that's kind of bright. No, it's deep dark orange. Now, you're talking about vanilla, creamsicle, this, that, and the other thing. I don't know if that affects it as far as dates goes on this. This is 9/6. We're at 9/16, so it's only 10 days old. I just assume that's what it's supposed to look like, but it looks extremely oxidized. Pinky finger, off-white head with that rich orange / brownish kind of core to it. Give it a whirl. Let's see if we get a nose. Yeah, I mean, you're getting those creamsicle vibes from it. So you're getting that orange Julius-y kind of lactose-y, oaty kind of thing in there. But there definitely is this kind of tempered impact to it. You're talking about 8.8%, pushing, is it 8.8 or 8.5? 8.8. You're starting to get this kind of just tempered impact that makes me think that the oxidation is real. But I mean, you step back, let's ditch the ABV in mind and say, does it smell like a creamsicle IPA? Yes. Something more akin to the 6% range as far as impact on the nose, where you're getting those orange vibes, orange creamsicle vibes. You get a little bit of sweet maltiness, nothing too crazy. Done and done. It just comes off as a much lower impact, kind of vanilla / desserty kind of IPA. And something that you'd expect at that 9%. So, yeah, creamsicle vibes, but nothing too crazy. No 2x4s to the face. A little tempered kind of impact on the nose. Let's see if it falls through in a taste. Cheers, y'all. Yeah. Pretty much follows to a T in the taste. You're 100% getting creamsicle vibes. Vanilla is here. That orange confectionariness is here, but there's a decent bittering here. There's a little bit of dryness, a little wet paper to it, so there's definitely a decent amount of oxidation going on in this beer. Its saving grace is, one, it's a treehouse beer, so it's starting at elite level, as far as how it's made, so that fall off is not nearly as bad as it would be as, let's say, it was, middle ground kind of IPA. And the vanilla, the vanilla is not really going to be all that bothered by that oxidation to where it kind of still holds up. But you're getting this kind of weird combination of I think freezer burnt the vanilla sickle at this point. So if you took like a creamsicle, orange creamsicle, that was freezer burnt, and just pulled the stick out of it and just licked, and you have that little bit of creamsicle just left on that little balsa wood stick, the popsicle stick. So every time you get it, you get a little bit of the cream, so you get a little bit of that kind of pulpy woodiness. It's kind of like that vibe going on. So it's definitely disjointed. Definitely just kind of like just not there as far as what you'd expect from like a treehouse kind of confectionery kind of whatever, or just a treehouse beer. Their standards are usually quite high, but I have had my fair share of kind of weirdly touched oxygen oxidized kind of IPAs, and more specifically more often now than as of late. Now it's not always the case. I've had a couple over the past week or so, and I've reviewed some over the years, but over the past year or so, not as much as I've reviewed in the past. But it's definitely an issue. It's definitely there. And while this beer is kind of saved again by that vanilla dose portion of the show, you can definitely tell it's just not where it was supposed to be or where they wanted it to be. Let's put it that way. Mouthfeel still intact. That wet paper, tannic bittering kind of is balanced off by that sweetness from that vanilla in the beer itself. But it's just kind of, just has this kind of herky-jerkiness and not just this omnipresent, delicious aura of goodness that you typically expect from a treehouse beer. So yeah, fun experience, but in the grand scheme of things, isn't one of the better double IPAs, because that's where we're going to put it. Double IPAs, that is late. No, not Mount Rushmore status, not even close, barely in the conversation. Just, you can tell just from the get, the coloration, and then once you got in the nose and the taste, it was very apparent this beer isn't what they want it to be. So we kind of just say, it'd be a miss. Valued availability on this sucker, I don't know. My buddy George picked this up, so if anybody wants to chime in down there and leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? I mean, in its perfect state, I'm sure it's quite a tasty bevy, but where it sits now, it's just kind of like, it's a beer. If you like just a beer, that's a weird way to frame it, but it is what it is. There you go. Reviewing the books. Treehouse, have you been to their 47 breweries? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? I'm very, very curious if you've had this beer and what your experience is with it. More specifically, this batch here in September of 2024. Have you had it recently? Have you had it in a can? Did you have it on draft? All that fun stuff. Let's talk about it down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Treehouse right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.